Hello trainers and welcome back to the channel. Gung Guns here. My mustache is combed, coffee is in hand, and today we're diving into Pokemon Legends Z-A. Now I've been playing Pokemon since before half of you could even spell Pikachu. I come from the dark ancient times when Game Boys weren't in color and there was no backlight. You couldn't see a thing after sunset unless your parents' car drove under a streetlight, and that's when you had precisely 0.4 seconds to pick your next move. It was war. Anyway, I played every Pokemon game since, and I've always kept my player alive and looking great. And I've asked the eternal question all the time, and I'm sure it's the same with you. Which starter should you choose? Which is the best? Well, my friends, there is only one correct answer in this game, and I'm going to show you why. All right, my friends, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and then let me know in the comments which Pokemon you selected for the starters. Anyway, let's get into it. Early in Pokemon Legends Z-A, you're going to be given the most difficult decision to make in any trainer's life, choosing your starter Pokemon. You'll be given three options: a grass type named Chikorita, adorable leaf salad we all pretend is a good early game Pokemon. Then you're going to begin a fire type Tepig, a walking bacon strip of destiny. I personally call mine Porkins for a very good reason. And finally, a water type called Totodile, an absolute unit with more bite than some of my ex-girlfriend's text messages. Now, before you go smashing the A button, remember this: we're not just thinking early game, we're also thinking the journey in mid-game and finally end game as well. Which one of these will carry us all the way to the champion's chair, while looking, again, absolutely cool doing it, right? Anyway, let's break it down. Chikorita, bless its leafy little heart, eventually evolves into Meganium, picking up the grass fairy typing, which on paper sounds cute and peaceful, right? In reality, it's like a yoga instructor who can also dropkick a dragon. It's tanky, it's supportive, and it can actually do a lot of punishment on a lot of these Pokemons that do not understand how to fight against it. Then there is Tepig, the walking pork chop of fury, who eventually grows up into Mega Emboar, a fire fighting type that hits like a burning freight train full of dynamite. It doesn't dodge, it doesn't like to hide, it simply arrives, sets everything on fire, and asks questions later. Really strong type, by the way. And finally, Totodile, or as I like to call it, Sir Bite-A-Lot, who eventually evolves into Mega Feraligatr, gaining the glorious water dragon typing. And just say it out loud, water dragon, right? It's not a Pokemon anymore, it's more like a tax bracket. It's raw power with scales, honestly a very good typing as well, and it can be very dangerous to a lot of people that do not know how to counter it. So, which one is the best Pokemon to choose when you're starting out? Simply put, early game, mid game, and end game, it's Tepig, the fire type pork missile, and there's not even a competition, and here is why. Number one, early game. Tepig absolutely bulldozes everything in sight. It's a menace. Every trainer, every wild Pokemon, you will roast it with no problems. Once it actually involves, and you learn some fighting maneuvers, it's going to be like giving a flamethrower to a bodybuilder. And guess what? You actually get to learn the move flamethrower, which is amazing, and you get to learn it super early on. You'll be wiping out teams super fast that other trainers won't even have time to finish their I choose you line before they are destroyed. Reason number two. There are these things called side missions in this game, which is a really cool addition, by the way. And if you get to about mid-game level 20-ish, you're going to discover, if you open up your maps, that something like these side missions all over the map. They look just like that, right? Now, here is a really cool tip for you guys, that you can actually get the previous starters right off the bat, including my favorite Greninja or Froakie, which is again my favorite water type to use. And you can easily do these. The Froakie one, by the way, you don't even have to battle. It is just like a course, like one of those Ninja Warrior courses. You can easily get that one. And if for some reason you want the water or the grass type, you can get that one as well. And it's again pretty easy to do, and you can do this right off the bat at around level 15 to 20. Super early on. So again, you can cover all the bases if you want to do that. In my personal opinion, If given the choice between any of the water starter types or, to choose from, I would 100% 10 out of 10 always choose Froakie. The Greninja version of it is still by far the best starter in my opinion. And finally, reason number 3, the typing fire and fighting makes the endgame super easy and an absolute walk in the park. When you're up against the final 4 and the champion and things like that, the fights will always be at your advantage, and it's going to be super easy with this Pokemon. You have tons of resistances as well to steel, grass, ice, other fire, and dark abilities. Basically half the Pokédex. The only real issue here is ground typing because there's a lot of strong ground type Pokemon, but again, you can easily avoid that if you just use half of your brain. I am just joking, it is easy to avoid. So my friends, again, this is why I chose Tepig. The Flamey Freight Train of Destiny is strong, it's reliable, and turns your enemies into lunch. And more importantly, the early game as you're setting up your team, it is a cakewalk. Hope that helps, trainers. Now go out there, roast a few Pokemon, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.